Hawthorne Homer, rushing to the express line in an explosive Green Derby. All this coming up this week on Horses and Courses.
One back, Clark.
The Off-Track Betting Communications Network presents Horses and Courses, OTB's Thoroughbred News with your host, Jack Wolfeseater. And now, with a look at this week's news in the thoroughbred industry, here's Jack.
Well, hello, friends and racing fans, and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. And right off the top, a happy Thanksgiving week to all of you. Hope you're all enjoying the nice time off that you have, spending it with your family and loved ones. And we've got some lovely races for you for the program this week. And we'll take a look at this coming stakes schedule over the Thanksgiving Day period. And boy, you'd think for this late in the year, things would be winding down. What an absolutely magnificent lineup of races we'll be talking about on next week's show. We'll go over them a bit more detail in the notes department. Let's get the ball rolling this week as far as our replay action. In Miami at Calder, there are two races. First up Saturday, the Coral Gables Handicap, a mile and a 16th filly and mare race, $50,000, the added purse money. Bill Saltzman in Miami has the race call.
And they're off. Toward the outside, Samba Karaoke with Inside to Cope at the rail, Halftime Dancer. Then toward the inside, it's Haunting. To the outside, Mighty Coyote. And it's a length back to Dora, Dora, Dora. The field moves into the clubhouse turn, and it's Inside to Cope and Renee Douglas that comes away with a half-length lead. Halftime Dancer between horses with Samba Karaoke on the outside. Then tucked in at the rail, it's Haunting. 3 lengths back to Mighty Coyote and another 2.5 to Dora, Dora, Dora. They went the first quarter in a leisurely 24 seconds flat, and they straighten out for the run up the backstretch. Halftime Dancer on the outside moves up to get the lead with Insight to Cope at the rail, a length back to Samba Karaoke. Then it's a length and a half to Haunting, a gap of 6 lengths, Mighty Coyote, and Dora, Dora, Dora about 14 lengths off the lead. The half in 48 seconds flat, and they come to the half-mile pole, and Insight to Cope comes back to regain the lead by a head. Halftime Dancer with Samba Karaoke sent up on the outside, 3 across the track as they move to the 3/8 pole. Then it's 2 lengths back to Haunting fourth, a gap of 8 lengths. It's Mighty Coyote, another length to Dora, Dora, Dora. The field moves toward the quarter pole. Inside to Cope with Samba Karaoke moving up on the outside. Halftime Dancer is third, length and a half, Haunting fourth, and they're past the quarter pole in the Coral Gables Handicap. Inside to Cope on the inside with Samba Karaoke, then Halftime Dancer. They're at the top of the stretch. Inside to Cope, set down for the drive, leading by a half length. Samba Karaoke on the outside is second and 3.5 lengths back. Haunting with Halftime Dancer. A 16th of a mile to go. On the inside, Inside to Cope. Samba Karaoke moves up on the outside to get the lead. They come to the wire. It's Samba Karaoke.
Samba Karaoke and Al Toribio hang one on the favorite here, Inside to Cope, in a good race here. The last jump beating a neck victory. Inside to Cope has to settle for second, grudgingly. Haunting gets your show money out of the race. Samba Karaoke gets the mile 16th, 1 minute 46 seconds flat. 2-year-olds went posted in the Miramar Stakes, 2-year-old fillies, I should say, in the Miramar Stakes Sunday. 30,000, the added money. We're on the grass here at a mile and a 16th for these juvenile gals. Let's take a listen as Phil gives us the call.
And they're off. Toward the outside, True by 2 moves for the lead with Here's My Neffer in the middle of the course. Notable Sword toward the outside. Then toward the inside, it's Ruby Foo. Tucked in at the head, Show Me a Little. Then Long Gone Blues. Cut the Pot moves up on the outside. A length back to Exclusive Heart. And 4 lengths to KC Super Pet. They head for the clubhouse turn, and here's My Neffer leads by a length and a half. At the hedge, Ruby Foo is second with Notable Sword alongside. To the outside, True by Two is next. Then toward the inside, it's Show Me a Little. A length back to the outside, Cut the Pot. Then tucked in at the hedge, it's Long Gone Blues. A length back to Exclusive Heart. And 4 lengths to KC Super Pet. They went the first quarter in 23 and 4, and they head up the backstretch. Here's My Neffer leading by a length. Ruby Foo is second with Notable Sword alongside. To the outside, True by Two. Then at the hedge, it's Show Me a Little. Cut the Pot with Long Gone Blues moving between horses. 2.5 lengths back, it's Exclusive Heart. And 6 lengths to KC Super Pet. The half, 49 and 1, and they leave the backstretch and move toward the quarter pole. Here's My Neffer with Notable Sword moving up on the outside. Ruby Foo is third. Then on the inside, Show Me a Little. Cut the Pot on the outside. Long Gone Blues in tight quarters. Past the quarter pole to the top of the stretch. On the inside with the lead, here's My Neffer. Down the middle of the course, Notable Sword. Length and a half to Cut the Pot. An eighth of a mile to go in the Miramar Stakes. Here's My Neffer with Notable Sword on the outside. 3 lengths back toward the inside. It's Long Gone Blues. They come to the wire. Here's My Neffer. Notable Sword. It's too close to call.
Notable Sword and Eric Velez, a nose victory over Here's My Neffer. Good finish here. Long Gone Blues is the show horse. Mile 16th on the turf in Miami. 1:44 flat. All right, Laurel on Saturday afternoon had the Walter Height handicap. 1 1/8, $50,000 added race for our older horses. Let's take a look as Dave Rodman gives us the call.
And they're off. Northern Launch and Amerivelle the first out. Gala Spin Away. Dakova is next. Sensational Eager and High Degree trails the field of 6 to the clubhouse turn. Amerivelle up on the outside now gets a short lead to the clubhouse turn, and Northern Launch keeps the inside second. Dakova, Sensational Eager, and Gala Spinaway is now tucked in along the rail from that inside post, and another 3 High Degree. Amerivelle will control it now past the 7-ace mark. Northern Launch is second to Sensational Eager, and Gala Spinaway traveling smoothly there in fourth. Dakova is now second to last, 5 lengths from the front, and High Degree drops a little farther off the lead of Amerivelle. It is Amerivelle well in control here by 2. The Northern Launch, then Sensational Eager, and Gala Spinaway in fourth. Dakova's out from the rail second to last, and High Degree still trails. Not going real fast for Amerivelle. He's got control of it all by a couple of lengths here. Northern Launch is second. Sensational Eager urged on now to catch up in third. And then it's Gala Spinaway still on the inside in fourth, 3 lengths from the front. And the trailers are Dakova and High Degree. Dakova's dropping back last. Far turn run, Amerivelle. Northern Launch catching up now with 3/8 to go. Gala Spinaway just 2.5 off the lead. Sensational Eager is dropping back off the lead now in fourth. High Degree starts to roll a little bit with 5/16 remaining. Amerivelle, Northern Launch, and Gala Spinaway, and High Degree is fourth. They're at the top of the stretch in the Walter Height handicap. Amerivelle, Northern Launch outside. Gala Spinaway is drifting off the inside for the final 3/16 of a mile, and here he comes in the pink. Northern Launch has gone on, however. Gala Spinaway, Amerivelle backs off. High Degree far outside. Northern Launch, Gala Spinaway, Thriller in the final 16th, and outside Gala Spinaway, Northern Launch, High Degree joins them on the far outside. Gala Spinaway ahead. Gala Spinaway, Northern Launch, and High Degree third.
Wow, here's Gala Spinaway. What a nice old 5-year-old gelding this guy is. Just loves to win races as he comes up in the last jump to get the victory in the Walter Height Saturday down in Maryland over Northern Launch with Mario Pino on Gala Spinaway. Northern Launch grudgingly finishing second, just couldn't hold off the big horse in a late going. High Degree, it's the board for your show. Gala Spinaway winning another in 1:49 and 2. Tuesday in Maryland, we had Statebreds going postward in the Heavenly Cause Stakes, a 7-furlong sprint for our 2-year-old filly Statebreds there. $60,000, the added purse money. Again, Dave Rodman in Laurel has the call.
And they're off. Prospective Joy comes out running. A half-length lead early. Lady Beaumont broke well there, and Smart and Noble run on from third, 3 lengths from the easy running Prospective Joy. And then it's back to the right, 1 left. Emotional Energies out there, 3 wide, and another 5 more lengths to Private Pulp, the trailer. Prospective Joy has moved over to the inside, leads it by 1, past the 5-ace mark to Lady Beaumont. Smart and Noble, the right, 1 left is 4th, and Emotional Energy is second to last, and a break of 5 to Private Pulp, the trailer. Half mile to go in the race, and their own filly Prospective Joy just cruising along with Lady Beaumont. The closest rival in second, Smart and Noble, has her shot now. She's just 2.5 lengths off the lead. However, Prospective Joy continues to gallop on the front end here by 1. It's Lady Beaumont second by the same margin, and Smart and Noble third. The rest far back. The right, 1 left is 4th. Top of the stretch, and Prospective Joy under a confident ride leads it by a half length. Lady Beaumont trying to stay with her on the outside. These two swing to the 3/16 pole together. Smart and Noble has come off the inside. Prospective Joy getting tested now. Lady Beaumont and Smart and Noble right up to her. 8th to go. Smart and Noble, Lady Beaumont. Prospective Joy's defeated. Smart and Noble, the 16th pole going away. Smart and Noble in a drive at the end wins it by 3. Lady Beaumont second and Prospective Joy third.
Hey, his Smart and Noble just runs away from these state-bred fillies Tuesday afternoon to win easily the Heavenly Cause Stakes. Mario Pino up stakes winning double for Mario. Saturday on Gala Spinaway, Tuesday on Smart and Noble. It's 2 in a row for this Buddy Delp trained filly, and 6 wins out of her last 8 starts. She's a nice one. Lady Beaumont, second best. Prospective Joy finishing in the show spot. Running time for the 7/8 and Smart and Noble 1:24 and 3. All right, Friday night at the Meadowlands, the Honeybee Handicap was run. 3-year-old fillies, $50,000, the guaranteed purse on this race at a mile and the 16th. John Bothy in East Rutherford with the race call.
All in line. And they're off. That's Pretty Mama. They're out for the early lead. Up on the outside, 9 Keys. Naked Glory from between horses. Then Aztec Hill right there in 4th. Round the first turn they go, and it's Pretty Mama. Then Doug Thomas cutting the corner with the lead by 3/4 of a length. 9 Keys, the outside second, with Aztec Hill third. Then Naked Glory, half length back in 4th. Then that's a gap of some 4 lengths back to Poppy's Heather and Broad Gains. Opening quarter, 23 and 4. Down the backstretch, it's 9 Keys on the outside. Pretty Mama on the inside, stride for stride. 2.5 to Aztec Hill in third. 2 Naked Glory 4th, and 3 to Broad Gains. Poppy's Heather trails 6th. The half in 47 and 2 as they continue down the backstretch. And it's Pretty Mama with a half-length lead. 9 Keys and Michael Smith applying pressure on the outside. Then it's 2 back to Aztec Hill and Robbie Davis beginning to make a move. Then it's another 4 lengths to Broad Gains in 4th with Naked Glory into 4 back Poppy's Heather. They approach the quarter pole. It's 9 Keys. Out of the front, 3/4 of a length. Aztec Hill on the outside to challenge. 3/16 to go and they're on their way home. And it's 9 Keys on the inside. On the outside, Aztec Hill, final furlong. 9 Keys trying to dig in. Aztec Hill on the outside. A 16th to go. 9 Keys and Aztec Hill, they're stride for stride. 9 Keys, Aztec Hill. 9 Keys holds on by a nose.
9 Keys and Mike Smith over for the winning ride. Gets that nose down in time. A furious stretch battle here with Aztec Hill and just outgutted that one in the last couple of strides for the victory. Aztec Hill runs gamely, but I don't know. To me, it looks like she just chucked it there when it got real hot there and has to settle for second. Broad Gains, your show horse. 9 Keys gets the bob in the Honeybee in 1:43 flat. And on Saturday evening in East Rutherford, we had the Castle Forbes Handicap, a mile and a 16th, $35,000 guaranteed race. This time, the older distaffers going postward. Again, John Bothy with the call.
The outside fourth and a gap of 3. After the Glitter fifth by 2.5. That's Gammy's Eldon in sixth. Another 6-7 lengths back to Avies Daisy with Gaylord's Annie and Meadow Storm. Continue down the backstretch. And it's Cozine's Wish with the lead by 2.5. From between horses, that's Concord's Gold. Along the inside, Better as a Memory. Beginning to gain is Fema. The opening quarter 23 and 2, and the half 46 and 4. Onto the far turn. And Cozine's Wish, Nick Santagata. The lead is a length and a half. Fema, the outside second, with Better as a Memory third. Rallying is After the Glitter from fourth. They approach the quarter pole. Cozine's Wish has led every step of the way. But now, Fema and After the Glitter, they're mounting a challenge. 3/16 to go, and they're on their way home. Cozine's Wish trying to dig in, but up on the outside, it's After the Glitter. Final furlong, After the Glitter. And Victor Molina, and After the Glitter with the lead now by a length and a half. Cozine's Wish still second, but this one belongs to After the Glitter in front. Cozine's Wish second best in 1 minute 45 seconds.
After the Glitter, Victor Molina, a length victory, and hit that cash register, $30.60 for your $2 at the Meadowlands Saturday night. Cozine's Wish, Fema was second and third. After the Glitter gets the mile 16th, 1:45 flat, even slower than the 3-year-old counterparts did on Friday. Well, it's the night air. Oh, dear. All right, let's take our first break here. When we come out the break, we've got our action from Hawthorne over the Saturday-Sunday period. We'll be out west for Bay Meadows Racing, Hollywood Park. Turf Paradise has a race for us this weekend. Also back to New York for a couple of state-bred races. Don't go away. More to come. Be right back after this.
You're a winner when you attend the Sunday Afternoon Handicapping Club at the OTB Teletheater Clubhouse. Join host handicapper Linda Cassie every Sunday afternoon. And with your $1 admission, you'll also enjoy free cider and donuts with coffee and tea, lunch specials, and prize giveaways. For reservations, call 438-0127. That's 438-0127 for the Sunday Afternoon Handicapping Club with host handicapper Linda Cassie every Sunday afternoon at the OTB Teletheater Clubhouse.
When they're off. Are you in the money? You are when you read the Daily Racing Form, the authority since 1894. Only the form gives you the most accurate and complete past performances, speed figures from Andy Beyer, the latest workouts, jockey trainer records, dirt, grass, and off-track career boxes, and the insight and opinions of some of racing's best riders and handicappers. So don't get left at the gate. Pick up the Daily Racing Form, the paper to read when you're playing to win.
All right, let's go to Hawthorne Park and check on their races. First up, Saturday, we'll save the big race. We'll show you the state-bred race first. It was the Dimitri's Boy, 9th race on the card. They're 3-year-old state-breds. They're going a mile 16th, $50,000. The added purse money in Hawthorne. Kurt Becker has the race call.
And they're off. Colt 38 comes out running for the lead on the inside. Big Q's best. Royal Fanfare all right there. Then Amazing Leader. Digger Odell, where are you? Followed by Big Twister down toward the rail. He's 6 lengths from the early lead. Seville Slew moving wide around the first turn. Then Star Alto, Steel Alibi, Sharp Words next to last. Bucks Rooster is the trailer running 10 lengths from the leader, who is Big Q's best. Up front, a length and a half. Colt 38 second by a half length. Amazing Leader to his outside in third. Then Royal Fanfare is fourth by just a neck. Off the turn, Big Twister comes next along the inside rail. 2 back of him to Seville Slew. Then Digger Odell, where are you, is in the center of the pack. He's 9 lengths from the leader. Star Alto, Steel Alibi, Sharp Words. Bucks Rooster is now 15 from the front. Big Q's best has the lead a length and a half. Amazing Leader second. Big Twister closing ground from third. Colt 38 is now in fourth. He's 4 lengths from the lead. 2 back of him to Royal Fanfare in fifth. 3/8 to come. Amazing Leader making his assault on Big Q's Best. Those two stride for stride. Big Twister, third behind them, looking for some running room. Here he comes off the rail. Top of the stretch, Colt 38 fourth. Royal Fanfare powering his way out to the center of the track. He's fifth. Still 5 lengths from the lead. Amazing Leader takes over by a length and a half. Big Twister is second. Colt 38 in third. Big Q's Best is now fading back to the pack. Digger O'Dell, where are you? A late move. But Amazing Leader has the lead by 2 lengths over Big Twister. Digger O'Dell, where are you? Flying on the outside. Amazing Leader fights him off to take it by a length. Digger O'Dell, where are you? Second. Big Twister third.
Here's Amazing Leader with the win over Digger O'Dell, where are you? And Big Twister in the third spot. Running time for Amazing Leader with that length victory, 1:45 and 1. All right, that was the 9th race. Let's turn back now to the 7th race, the big simulcast race all around the country, and the feature race of the Hawthorne Fall Meeting. The Bud Hawthorne Gold Cup at 1.25 miles for our olders, $400,000 in guaranteed purse monies. Marquetry from his 4th in the Breeders' Cup Classic, making the final start of his career. Let's see how he goes as again we go out to Chicago and get Kurt Becker's call of the race.
They're all in line. And they're off. Marquetry off just a beat slowly. Northern Trend takes advantage. He goes right to the lead. Then Marquetry and Valley Crossing on the outside of him. Stalwarts moving up. Likely Target back toward the rail. Here's Marquetry up to challenge Northern Trend as they come past the stands the first time. Likely Target, then Stalwarts. Valley Crossing settles down 6 from the front. Then Evanescent and Dancing John. The trailer is 10 from the lead of Northern Trend, who has the advantage by a half length over Marquetry into the first turn. Likely Target sneaks up along the rail third. Stalwarts up close to the pace in fourth. He's 3 from the front. It's 4 back of him to Valley Crossing now in fifth. Evanescent, the late runner, 6th. Dancing John is 7th. Content to trail 12 lengths from the front. Off the first turn, Northern Trend has the lead a half length. Marquetry pressing the issue once again from second. Stalwarts inching up toward the leader's third by a head. Likely Target settles down in fourth as they head for the far turn. 5 back of him to Valley Crossing, who's yet to do his running. Evanescent, Dancing John still at the back. Northern Trend sends them to the far turn with the lead by 3/4 of a length. Marquetry seeking that $3 million level, still there on the outside in second. Stalwarts inching up still into third, 2.5 from the front. Here's Marquetry making his bid for the lead. 3/8 to come. Marquetry takes over by a neck. Northern Trend is game. He's still there from the inside. Stalwarts in third. Likely Target fading. Valley Crossing coming on from fourth. 7 from the lead. Marquetry, the leader, top of the stretch, past the quarter pole. Northern Trend second. Stalwarts, Valley Crossing, and Evanescent coming. Evanescent charging toward the inside. 5th. Now 4th. He's still 4 lengths from the lead. Marquetry will be tough to handle in the last furlong. He's up front by a length and a half. Valley Crossing coming on with Evanescent. Marquetry coming toward the wire. Valley Crossing. Evanescent diving to the inside. Evanescent takes it by a long neck.
Evanescent, Homer at Hawthorne, the local horse and a turf horse to boot, remember? He won a race for us that we simulcast this summer, the Arlington Classic, I believe. Aaron Grider on board, winning the neck decision over Marquetry, who just couldn't quite hang on in the last couple of strides there and has to go home finishing second. But what a gallant horse, always trying, and when he gets away from his teammates there of Missionary Ridge and Bertrando, a good career for Marquetry, and I hope he'll be a very productive stallion with his going out to race the second place finish, just getting beat by Evanescent here. Valley Crossing, another one that we've seen all year long, puts in another good effort and is right there on the money as well. 1.25 miles for all of them, 2:02 flat. And on Sunday, we had the Hawthorne Juvenile, 2-year-olds going postward in this $100,000 mile in a 16th race. Again, Kurt with the race call.
All in line. And they're off. Galaxy broke well. Babaluka off a bit slowly. And here's Cold Execution moving up with Seminole Wind. These two go to the front past Galaxy, who's content to settle back in the third. Then Babaluka, come on, Flip, bridge to Argenta, down toward the rail. Kokahar is next to last. Sir Court, the trailer, only 6 from the front. Seminole Wind has the lead by a length and a half. Babaluka second by a half length. Then Galaxy in third off the turn. Bridge to Argenta in fourth is now 5 from the front. Babaluka up front is not waiting. He's moving on to take command on the outside by a neck. Seminole Wind now fighting back. Gap of 4. Bridge to Argenta in third. Galaxy is dropping back 6 lengths from the lead into fourth as they head for the turn. Then come on, Flip. Cold Execution, who normally likes to be up front, is now near the back of the pack. Sir Court begins his rally up the rail, and further back in the pack, Kokahar has been eased. He has been pulled up. He drops out of it. They're on the far turn. Seminole Wind has the lead by a half length. Babaluka tiring. Bridge to Argenta. Sir Court is making a rally. He is trying to make a move to end it all right now. He's coming up the rail very fast. He was last when they broke from the gate. Sir Court and come on, Flip are flying toward the front. They have caught Seminole Wind. Bridge to Argenta has a chance at the quarter pole. And Bridge to Argenta moving powerfully on the outside of Seminole Wind. Come on, Flip in third. Sir Court has got to do more. He's fourth. Galaxy beginning a rally fifth. He's still 3 from the front. Seminole Wind through it all is still there with a short lead. Come on, Flip. Galaxy on the far outside coming to the wire. Come on, Flip. Up to grab the lead, but Galaxy is right there. Come on, Flip takes it by a half length over Galaxy with Seminole Wind third.
Well, you see there in the stretch, come on, Flip drifted out a little bit and impeded Galaxy ever so slightly, and the stewards felt it was enough to put come on, Flip in the second and raise Galaxy from the second spot to the win. So Galaxy and Shane Sellers get their number put up. Come on, Flip is DQ'd into second. Seminole Wind finishing in the third spot. Running time for come on, Flip 1:46 and 1 Sunday in Chicago. All right, Saturday afternoon in Louisville at Churchill, we had the Mrs. Revere handicap. 3-year-old fillies in this 100 grander on the grass at 1 mile and a 16th. Mike Battaglia has the call of this one.
They're at the post. And they're off. Breaking for the lead in the center of the track. Dinner's on Me up from the inside. Weekend Madness. Amal Hayati. Life is Delicious from the rail is next. Then Flower Circle as they move for the first turn. Dinner's on Me is in front. Has it by 2 lengths. Weekend Madness second a length. Amal Hayati runs third. Then up from the inside, Dinner's on Me fourth ahead. Flower Circle is fifth. Missy Moo I Love You runs a sixth. Then it's Lady Tasso followed by her Valentine. 2 back to Future Starlet and OP Cat trails. As they move on to the back stretch, Dinner's on Me, the leader by a length. Weekend Madness second by 2. Amal Hayati runs third. Life is Delicious fourth ahead. Flower Circle on the outside is now fifth. Missy Moo I Love You runs a sixth. Lady Tasso seventh. Into the turn and Dinner's on Me has the lead, now by a half. Weekend Madness is second, a length and a half. Amal Hayati third. Missy Moo I Love You fourth. Flower Circle now runs fifth. Then down along the inside, Life is Delicious is sixth. They're into the stretch. Weekend Madness puts ahead in front. Still Dinner's on Me on the inside. Up on the outside, Life is Delicious, Amal Hayati, and OP Cat. They're in the final furlong. Weekend Madness draws away. Then Flower Circle from the inside, Amal Hayati nearing the wire. It's Weekend Madness.
Well, here's Weekend Madness, folks, just running away from Charlie Woods Jr. on board for this easy win Saturday in Kentucky. Flower Circle and Amal Hayati second and third, but absolutely no match for Weekend Madness in a cakewalk here. Running time 1:46 and 1. To Bossier City, Louisiana, for a look at their race on Saturday, the Southern Belle Stakes, 1 mile and a 16th, 2-year-old fillies, 30 added. The money, Terry Wallace with the race call.
And they're off in the Southern Belle Stakes. Prayson's Girl just a little slow to break and shooting out there for the lead. Little Miss Leader gets it by a length and a half. Miss Princess Jenny full of run at the rail in second. Battle Light takes over in third to the middle. That is My Girl Rags fourth. Robin Starling in the bright pink way out on the outside in fifth. Massai Mora's next. Alongside of her is Ozone Sand. Then to the middle of the track at the Jetties. 2 lengths further back to LS Valentine. Prayson's Girl then followed out there by Silent Ecstasy, and Foxy Battle is a good 15 lengths off the lead, but the opening quarter was extremely rapid, 23 seconds, and they head on to the backstretch with Ms. Princess Jenny now taking the lead away from Little Miss Leader. To the middle of the track, Robin Starling at the rail, My Girl Rags, Ozone Sand driving up in between horses now. Next to the outside, that is at the Jetties, and 2.5 lengths further back, moving up Massai Mora and Battle Light. The half in 47 and 1, and still a battle on the front end as Little Miss Leader comes back on now, puts ahead in front of Miss Princess Jenny. Ozone Sand stalking a pace in third. It's 4 lengths further back then to At the Jetties in fourth along the rail, My Girl Rags. Also moving up between horses, Massai Mora, but flying at him on the outside. Watch for the late charge coming from Foxy Battle. They go the 3/4 in 1:12 and 2, and here they come into the stretch. Little Miss Leader leads it at the rail. Miss Princess Jenny. Then to the outside, dropping back is Ozone Sand, but that's Foxy Battle, the gray on the outside, and she is full of run. And they straighten for the drive, and Foxy Battle, it's just going to be a case of how far she goes up, sees the leaders, and says bye-bye. Foxy Battle's going to win this one. Miss Princess Jenny's going to try to fight it out for second with a 16th to go. It is Foxy Battle winning the Southern Belle and draws clear. She'll win it by about 3. Miss Princess Jenny second. LS Valentine.
Foxy Battle and Calvin Burrell score the victory here in the Southern Belle. Ms. Princess Jenny finishing in the place spot. LS Valentine gets the show money. Running time for Foxy Battle, 1:46 and 4. All right, from Louisiana, let's go all the way out to Phoenix, Arizona. First time on the program this year for Turf Paradise as they've begun their long fall-winter run. The Chris Everett Breeders' Cup Handicap was the feature race on Sunday afternoon, 11th race on their card. It's a flat mile on the grass at Turf Paradise, $45,000. The added purse monies for our staffers to Turf Paradise and the call of the Chris Everett.
Off and running in the Chris Everett Breeders' Cup Handicap. Brumbo bouncing out on top to take the lead. Ocean Bay right there. Bet Birdie showing early speed is third. On the inside, Shuggles one gaining through on the inside, followed on the far outside by River Lassie, then the gray Loch Caldoon as they head to the clubhouse turn. And on the lead now, long shot Ocean Bay takes over and sprints clear by a length and a quarter. Shuggles one, saves ground in second. Bet Birdie third. Brumbo's back to fourth, 2.5 lengths off the lead. To the outside of Brumbo, Maya Rachel is racing in fifth place. Striker on the inside is sixth, followed by Loch Caldoon. And on the far outside of Loch Caldoon, here comes Screaming Laura. Kalita Melody is next on the inside, Desert Radiance. And at the back of the pack is long shot Huck's Appeal. Opening quarter was covered in 23 3/5 seconds. The half mile, 48 seconds flat. It's still long shot Ocean Bay on the lead, a length and a quarter. Shuggles one is racing second. Brumbo on the inside is right there third. My Rachel is fourth. In between horses, here comes Kalita Melody. Kalita Melody looking for room on the inside. Around the far turn, it's still Ocean Bay. Ocean Bay by a length and a quarter. Shuggles one to the outside. Brumbo is third. Kalita Melody looking for room. They turn for home. Ocean Bay looking to pull off the upset here. Ocean Bay by 2. Brumbo second. Here comes Kalita Melody. On the far outside, it's still Ocean Bay, Brumbo, and Kalita Melody motoring late. Kalita Melody flying on the far outside, and Kalita Melody takes the lead. It's Kalita Melody in the Chris Everett Breeders' Cup. Long shot Ocean Bay, a game second.
Is Kalita Melody and Joey Castro on board. A nice 2-length winner over Ocean Bay, with Brumbo finishing in the third spot. Kalita Melody cruises the flat mile on the Turf Paradise lawn in 1:37 and 3. All right, let's take our second pause here. When we come out to break, we've got action from Northern California, Bay Meadows over the weekend. Hollywood Park has their 2 races for us, and of course 2 state-bred races from New York. Don't go away, more to come. Be right back in a moment.
You're watching the OTB Communications Network. The OTB Communications Network. You can bet on us.
Saturday afternoon in Northern California up at Bay Meadows, the Carmel Handicap was run. This is a good race here, folks. 1 mile and an eighth on the grass for 3-year-old fillies, $100,000 in added purse money, and a couple of foreign horses still kicking around from the Breeders' Cup as they came over in droves. Let's take a look as Paul Allen describes the action.
And they're racing for $100,000 in the Carmel. Ascanita off a bit awkwardly. Blushable, the first to go to the lead with Au Courant Rose, and now Blushable gets clear by a length. After that is Gatto Go Flow, then Dimois 2, Pretty Neat Gal along the inside, and Ascanita's going to bring up the rear, trailing by 5 under the wire for the first time. And it's Blushable by 3/4 of a length over Au Courant Rose. Now moving into third is Gatto Go Flow, then it's Pretty Neat Gal. After that is Dimois 2, still trailing by 4. Ascanita, just in a good spot, trailing by about 5. As they race off the clubhouse turn with less than 6 furlongs to run, it is Bobby Gonzalez and Blushable by 3/4 over Au Courant Rose. Pretty Neat Gal now has moved into third, then it's Gatto Go Flow. Dimois 2 just loping along in 5th, trailing by 3. They're not going really that quick up front. The first quarter was fast, but they slowed down to the half. Ascanita still last, trailing by 6. With less than a half mile to go, Blushable still has her sights set on a wire-to-wire victory. Au Courant Rose, though, is not going to let her go. Gatto Go Flow has moved into third. Pretty Neat Gal is asked to quicken on the inside. Then it's Dimois 2. Ascanita still in last, but now she's beginning to move. And off the far turn with 5/16 of a mile to go, Au Courant Rose is all over Blushable. These two are a length clear of Pretty Neat Gal. Then it's Gatto Go Flow. Dimois 2 on the far outside, and the green's going to be closing. It's Au Courant Rose. Blushable is done. Dimois 2 is going to be the one to beat. Then it's Ascanita. Coming home in front is Au Courant Rose, but here's Dimois 2, and the French bred is going to the lead. Ascanita's flying late. Dimois 2 and Ascanita, it is Dimois 2 to beat.
Well, here's Dimois 2 going up from Southern Cal to Northern California for the win in the Carmel. The head victory and a very good ride by, look, folks, Chris Antley. There he is. Picked up some business in Northern California, as of course, you know, he's trying a Los Angeles circuit, and occasionally those riders get calls to go up to northern part of the state, and Chris makes the most of it here as he gets the victory on Dimois 2 in the Carmel Saturday afternoon. A good stretch drive there, knocking off Ask Anita. Au Courant Rose, who we've seen before out there, gets the third spot. Running time for Dimois 2, 1:46 flat. To Hollywood Park from Bay Meadows for their Saturday-Sunday action. Of course, 2 races for you on Saturday. One, the big Hollywood Derby, and then the Hollywood Turf Express. Let's take a look at the Derby. First up, a simulcast race here at our OTB facilities Saturday afternoon. It's 1 mile and an eighth on the grass for our 3-year-olds. $400,000 guaranteed purse. Trevor with the call of the Derby.
Field for the Hollywood Derby sent on their way, and they came off to a perfect beginning. Explosive Red sprints away to the early lead. Non-productive Asset is right there, and Eastern Memories now kicking through on the inside to join them. Menjinsky is in the leading group as well. Sharman is racing up to race in fourth, and Bonhomme just alongside of him. Cigar has been caught 4 wide into the turn, but only 3 lengths off the leaders. Then back to Earl of Barking. He's been followed by Bon Point, who's in mid-pack, about 8 lengths off the leaders. Manny's Prospect down at the rail. Guide in the red cap is a good 10 lengths off the leaders. They're going fast up front. Fastness is back third last. Wharf is second last, and Fatherland can't go with him at this pace, is content to trail the field 15 off the lead. As strung out, Hollywood Derby field heads down the backstretch. Eastern Memories the leader, getting some pressure from Explosive Red, who's right there in second. 1.5 lengths back, we have Sharman in third and Minjinsky at the rail. Cigar is fifth, 4 lengths off the leaders, and Bonhomme is racing in sixth. Earl of Barking is travelling comfortably in seventh, 5 lengths off the leaders. Non-productive Asset having to be asked to keep up. Then Manny's Prospect. On the outside of him comes Bon Point, who's 8 off them. Fatherland starts to kick early. Fatherland just took up here, and Fatherland pulled out of the race. Fatherland pulled out of the race at the 3/8. Guide is a long way back. Guide is now last as they swing for home. Wide open, they bunch together and homeward bound in the Hollywood Derby. Explosive Red has kicked clear, and Explosive Red clear by 3. Earl of Barking now coming with a big run, and Bonhomme is in third. They run for home. Explosive Red, Earl of Barking, Bonhomme on the outside, any one of these 3, and Fastness is coming with a late run fourth, but it's Explosive Red holding on gamely, and it's Explosive Red and Cory Nakatani to win the Hollywood Derby from...
Indeed, it was an explosion here. Explosive Red, 1.25 lengths. Cory Nakatani, and hit that Hollywood cash register. $46.60 for your $2 tickets on track here for Explosive Red in his winning performance in the Derby. Junam finishing in the second spot. Then Earl of Barking finishing for the show position, but it is Explosive Red's 1.1 mile victory in 1:46.1. Now the 8th race on the card was the Hollywood Turf Express. And boy, do we mean an express here, and rushing to the finish line. 5.5 furlong sprint on the grass. Older horses, $200,000 in guaranteed purse money. We got a gate full and a finish line full. Take a look at this as Trevor gives us the call.
Oh, way to go. Gundagear on the far side came out fast, and now Western Approach on the inside. Didymi in the white sleeves is third, and Tsunami Spangler's racing right there in fourth. Then we come back to Mode of France fifth, 4 lengths off them. Outside of that comes Mont Bleu. Then back to Robin Des Pines and Wild Harmony. They 5 off the leaders. They run to the 3/8, and Western Approach, the filly, showing her speed out here. Western Approach gets pressure from Gundagear right there second. Down at the rail, Tsunami Spangler was in tight. Tsunami Spangler not taking the turn and dropped back fast. Didymi's got up to race in third. Mont Bleu's fourth. Wild Harmony starting his run at the rail, and he's full of run too, but he's got 8 lengths to make up. Top of the lane, Western approaches the leader to Gundagear. It's 5 back to Didymi. On the outside of that is Mont Bleu and Wild Harmony. They come for home. Western approach, Gundagear. Gundagear running a huge one, and here's Mont Bleu on the outside in the white blinkers, and Wild Harmony coming late. Even Robin Des Pines flying on the extreme outside. A blanket finish.
Oh, what a finish we've got here. Look at this. Wild Harmony hanging his nose on the line. First, Chris McCarron on board for Robin Des Pines. Mont Bleu, a holdover from the Breeders' Cup Sprint, finishing in the 3rd spot. We had, 4, 5, 6 of them there, all within a length of each other. And look at this time for 5.5 furlongs, 1:01.4. Absolutely flying as they were rushing in the express to the finish line. That's a terrific race, boy. 5.5 and just zoom. All right, that was our action from Saturday. Now, Sunday, we had 3-year-olds going postward in the Lazaro Esbarara handicap, a mile and a 16th, $100,000 guaranteed race, 3-year-olds, as we mentioned. Again, here's Trevor with the race call.
Deal for the Lazaro Barrera handicap sent on the way. They came off to a perfect beginning. Gold Digger's Dream is sent along to the lead with Dalevant now taking over at the rail. Danand moving quickly in third now, 2 lengths off them. They're going fast early on. Royal Floric in the blue colours is racing fourth. Art of Living content to let them sprint away early. Art of Living is 6 off the leaders and Albatros outside of them. 3/4 of a mile to run, and Cory Nakatani has the favourite. Dalevant making his own pace. He's on a tight hole, but he's going quickly. Leads him by a neck to Gold Digger's Dream. It's a gap of 4 lengths back to Danand in third. Art of Living now decided to get a little closer. He's just 1.5 lengths off Danand and 5 off those leaders. Albatros on his outside and Royal Frolic down at the rail. They've taken closer order now. 5 lengths would cover the lot. They run to the half mile. It's still Dalevant. Got his head turned into the rail here. He's on a tight hold up front. Gold Digger's Dream has pressured him early, but starting to lose a bit of ground in second. Danand is third, 3.5 off the leaders. At the rail, Royal Frolic has now been pushed along. Art of Living is moving up comfortably to take fourth, and Albatros on the outside. They bunch now. 4 lengths would cover the lot. 5/16 to go, and Dalevant continues to lead by a half. In second is Gold Digger's Dream. Danand comes to tackle them, and Art of Living is making a smart move down at the rail too. He's got the white feet and coming after Dalevant. Top of the lane in the Las Barrera, and Dalevant finding more. Gold Digger's Dream is right there. Art of Living at the rail. Extreme outside comes Latros, and Danand is in there as well. It's wide open. Gold Digger's Dream and Dalevant, they in close quarters as they come through the lane. Dalevant is about 8 horses off the wire. Gold Digger's Dream on the outside. They run to the wire, and Gold Digger's Dream has got up ahead.
Gold Digger's Dream and Kent DeSormo on board get the head victory Sunday in the Las Barrera over Dalevant, with Danand finishing is your show horse. Gold Digger's Dream gets the mile 16th. It's very snappy here. 1:40.4. Excellent racing during this autumn turf festival at Hollywood Park, and as we mentioned, we're going to have more of the races for our out-of-state events in the upcoming weeks. So keep tuned here to your network and get all the details as we approach each weekend. All right, from the West Coast, let's come back to New York. Take a look at the 2 state-bred races that were run Saturday and Sunday here at the Big A. First up, the 3-year-old colts in the Joseph A. Jimma Stakes, a flat mile here for these 3-year-old state-breds. Tom's got the race call for us.
The gate. And they're off. Lord Beer comes out running. Cormaray is also right there. In between horses, Classy Envoy and Ataka's up close. But the early lead will go to Cormaray, who outsprints them quickly, opening up by 3.5 lengths. On the outside, Ataka is running second. In between horses, Classy Envoy. Calicto Jimmy Al toward the rail runs along in fourth. Lord Beer is fifth by 5. Then it's Soroboja, followed by Sky Car. Similar Star is the trailer, better than a dozen from the front. Moving right along is Cormaray, who ripped off a quarter in 22 3/5 seconds. But Ataka draws in closer second, and Classy Envoy is kept close, while inside, running third, 3 lengths back. Lord Beer moving into fourth now on the outside. Calicto Jimmy Al tails off in the fifth. Then another 5 to Sky Car. The half goes in 45 4/5 seconds. A grueling opening half mile for Cormaray. Ataka now making a move to the lead as they move round the far turn, as Lord Beer comes within 3 of the front. Then on the outside, Calicto Jimmy Allen toward the inside, Classy Envoy. 6 lengths to Soroboja and Sky Car. Similar Star is far behind. They're coming to the top of the stretch as Ataka collars Cormaray. Turning for home, Ataka taking charge. Cormaray back running in second. Lord Beer third. Calicto Jimmy Allen is fourth. Classy Envoy is toiling in fifth. As they pass the 8th pole, Ataka pulls away. Ataka by 5. Calicto Jimmy Al moves into second as they come to the final 16th. On the outside, Lord Beer, but it will be Ataka today. Ataka proves much the best. And the runner-up is Calicto Jimmy.
Well, here's Ataka. He's just much too good. Have been racing against better in open allowance company now. comes in here and just has it all his own way with Jose on board for the easy win. Collector Jimmy Al, Cormer Ray second and third. 1:38 and 4 for Itaka in the Jimma on Saturday. 3-year-old gal's turn to go postward on Sunday in the Montauk. Again, same distance and purse, miles 60 added. And again, Tom provides the description.
They're off. Lots of talc, Personal Girl, and Our Shopping Spree out well. Al Chris is also there on the far outside. Fidji Bitters, and at the back is Winning the Day. Leaving the chute and heading for the main track now. Al Chris on the far outside has come on now to get a short lead, but Lots of Talc is right there, and to their inside, Our Shopping Spree is right there, and those three scrimmaging for the lead as they continue the run up the backstretch. The opening quarter went in 23 flat. 2.5 lengths back, and Fidji Bitters now moves into fourth. Personal Girl is back in fifth, and the trailer is Winning the Day. Continuing the run up the backstretch, it's Our Shopping Spree has now got a short lead. Al Christo sticking right with her. Fidji Bitters has made steady progress, and she's now third and continuing on through an opening toward the inside. Lots of Talc is fourth. Personal Girl beginning to move now 4 wide from fifth, and Winning the Day. It's a tight pack rounding the far turn. 4 lengths from front to back, solid fractions, the half and 46 and 1. The leader is now Our Shopping Spree. Here comes Personal Girl now, mounting a bid for the lead on the extreme outside. Lots of Talc is there between horses. Fidji Bitters down inside. Winning the Day is still in with a shot. As the field turns for home, it's Our Shopping Spree at the top of the stretch, the leader by a length and a half. On the inside, Fidji Bitters, and the outside, it's Personal Girl. Coming down toward the final furlong. Our Shopping Spree in front and driving on the lead now by a length and a half. On the inside, Fidji Bitters. Farther back, Lots of Talc has moved into third. Then Personal Girl at the 16th pole. It's Our Shopping Spree. Fidji Bitters and Lots of Talc. Our Shopping Spree does it.
Well, these gals take turns beating each other, and today and on Sunday it was Our Shopping Spree's turn to show up for the race in fine fettle, and she did, with Craig Perret on board for the length and a quarter win. Fidji Bitters finishing in the second spot. Lots of Talc, your show horse. Running time for Our Shopping Spree Sunday, 1:39 and 2. All righty, that takes care of all of the replay action from this past weekend in early part of the week. And now let's get into our notes department. First up, a report on Bertrando. As we told you last week, was to undergo knee surgery, and he did this past Friday. A 45-minute routine operation performed in Southern California. Took a small bit of bone and cartilage from just about the top of his knee. He was standing up and moving around very, very comfortably. The usual routine when you have these arthroscopic procedures is 30 days stall rest, and then 30 more days of walking, and then 30 more days of under tack light jogging, and then back into the full swing of things. The surgeons remarked to Bobby Frankel that they were very impressed at the horse's joint, and that there was very little wear and tear after such a long, hard campaign, and which bodes well for an early return, earlier than what they had normally thought of, return to the races next year. They originally thought maybe by late spring, early summer. They even moved that up a little bit because horses usually come out of these surgeries and recuperate much, much quicker. So good news for Bertrando, of course, a very successful surgery, and we hope to see him earlier than expected in 1994. Now, also looking around, of course, this being the Thanksgiving week holiday, loads of races. Churchill Downs, first up, closes out their fall run. They've got the Fall City Handicap, they've got the Clark Handicap, the Goldenrod Stakes, and the Brown and Williamson Jockey Club Stakes Saturday, and that will be another of our OTB out-of-state races for you. From Churchill, it's a mile and a 16th, $150,000 race. And remember, the winner of that race, coupled with a Kentucky Derby win the following spring, gets $1 million bonus. D. Wayne has always shot for that. And never hit it, and no one has hit it yet, but still an intriguing possibility to win this one and then come back in the spring at Churchill and win the Derby. So we'll have that approximate post about 4:30 or so on Saturday afternoon available in only our major simulcast locations as far as the viewing of the race. Naturally, you can wager on it through all of our facilities, but just the 5 areas, Super Branches will have the live televising of the race. It's not on any network station. Win, play, show, exacta, triple, the usual format for these 2-year-olds in the Brown and Williamson. All right, other races over the long holiday weekend. In New York, they have one of these special Super Saturdays that we've seen, and boy, you can't get much better than this. We've got the Brooklyn Handicap for our older horses. We've got the Ladies Handicap, Turn Back the Alarm, of course, being promoted and advertised as her final start for the year, going post within that 1.25-mile race. Then we've got the 2-year-olds, the Colts in the Remsen and the Fillies in the Demoiselle, and of course Strategic Maneuver, back training very, very nicely for Scotty, going to give that one a try reportedly. So 4 big ones Saturday. The sport page would be run Thanksgiving morning or late early afternoon down at Aqueduct. Now out on the West Coast, as their Turf Festival rolls along, Sunday, the big one, the Matriarch, Troussard, flawlessly, back where she belongs. Might even see Let's Elope in that one. The Citation will be run on Saturday for the boys. Also, the Miesk and the Generous, the 2-year-olds, Colts and Fillies. We've got a Hollywood preview Breeders' Cup race, so they're loaded up over the holiday period as well. The Meadowlands will run the Patterson Handicap Saturday night down in Miami. We've got the City of Miami Stakes and the Pete Axtell Breeders' Cup Handicap on Sunday, named after the former handicapper and racing analyst. So many, many superb races around the country this coming weekend, and we hope you'll join us next week for a full report on all of the racing action. All righty, that does take care of business for this week. So, as always, stay tuned right here to your OTB Communications Network station, where you get the most complete coverage in thoroughbred racing. Till next week, Jack Wolfeshead here. So long, everybody. Pass the pumpkin pie, please.